Just to bounce off that, gents, we actually have a couple of fan questions who's been submitted to us. This is from Henry Go, and he spoke about the need to strengthen the defensive lineup. Like you said, Danny, who should United buy, Ake or Skriniar, or go for maybe Kalidou Koulibaly? Which is then asked by Ryan Chua, who also asked, who should you buy to partner Captain Maguire, Danny?
Well, I think Koulibaly obviously is the one that has been mentioned quite a few times. There's a lot of talk of him going to Manchester City. But if that's not going to be the case, then I would be looking at Nathan Ake. I know obviously he got injured recently for Bournemouth against Leicester, but he's a player I think he's a special talent. I think he has the pace to cover. He's left-footed, which I think is very important. And let's not forget, after the Bournemouth game, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was seen going up and talking to him and saying, keep going, we need another centre-back. So, it could be interesting to see what happens there. But it would fit into the formula as well with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he likes to bring in young players that can be improved, and that want to get better.
And of course,
I think there's a fair chance that Ake will be a choice of Manchester United, possibly the choice. And with Bournemouth pretty much looking like they're going to go down, then there's almost the reason why Ake needs to leave Bournemouth, because he doesn't want to play in the Championship. He's better than that. You mentioned the Inter Milan central defender, what's his Skriniar, isn't it?
Skriniar,
yeah. I like him as a player. You talk about foreigners coming into the Premier League. Some settle very quickly, others don't. So therefore, I would tend to favour Ake over him, in all honesty. But again, the person who's perfectly positioned to make this decision is Solskjaer. And I think one of his key decision factors is the character of the person, the type of person. He doesn't want anything that is in the least bit disruptive within his squad.
Now, of course, with the announcement of the transfer window, all the speculations and all the transfer rumours have started amping up. We decided to address this by putting up a poll on our Twitter on Stadium Astro. So we asked our viewers who they think is most likely to join Manchester United in the summer. Majority of them says Jadon Sancho. Of course, there's so many rumours regarding this as well. Danny, do you likely or not likely see Jadon Sancho in a Manchester United shirt next season?
Very likely, in my honest opinion. I know it's just 56% there, but I think it's very, very likely. I think it's a position where they need to strengthen. I think Dan James has done well, a little bit raw, but I think he has done well. Greenwood's come onto the scene and been absolutely magnificent. But I think with Sancho, he can play on the right, he can play on the left as well. So it gives you that ability to be able to play in a few different positions within that front four. So I would be more, let me put it this way, the easy way to put it, I'd be more surprised if Sancho didn't sign than if he did sign.
So what are the hurdles for Manchester United in order to get Jadon Sancho?
Same as it always is. I think it's all about money. I think that's the biggest thing. I think Dortmund will probably give Manchester United a price. I'm sure it will be overinflated, because it always is when it comes to Manchester United buying players. And I think it's up to United then to look at an agreement that they can come to. But we know that Sancho has been in and around the England squad with the likes of Rashford, with the likes of Lingard, with the likes of Maguire. So, I think it's a deal that can be done. And I would go as far to say that when the transfer window opens, that I believe that it will be one of the first transfers that go for it.
If they don't get Jadon Sancho, who would be their next plan B, Danny?
It's a difficult one, because I think it's a specialised position, and I know this really could come back and haunt me, but I just don't think they're going to need a second choice. I really do believe that they're going to get Sancho. People talk about Grealish. Grealish is a completely different player than Sancho, and I think the only way that Grealish comes to the club, magnificent player that he is, but I think the only way that Grealish comes to the club is if Paul Pogba leaves.
Gary, Jadon Sancho to Manchester United, how likely is that for you happening?
Well, I think there's a good chance, definitely. I'm wondering whether he needs to move quite so soon, is the honesty, or is my honest opinion. He's a young player. He's developed great, having gone to Germany. I think he will show some loyalty there, definitely, because they've done a great job with him. It hasn't hampered him getting into the England team i.e. playing outside the English Premier League at all. So I think I'm maybe not as convinced as Danny is that it will definitely happen, because I have a feeling that Sancho is a relatively and reasonably patient man. If Manchester United come knocking, can you turn it down? Maybe not.